It is finally here, everyone. Universe 6 has finally begun. I know everyone's been waiting for this. Anticipation has been through the roofs ever since we got announced about Dragon Ball Super that this is the one arc that everyone's going to be keying in for. And did the first episode lead to the expectations that everyone's been waiting for? Well, I've got to say it's definitely left in a lot of anticipation, and also as well some good comedy, and also as well a little bit of action as well to keep everyone in there. Oh yeah, I think this arc is going to be very good. So getting straight off into this episode, we get to see Goku and Vegeta are training on Beerus' planet. We get to see them do like 50,000 push-ups with like their thumbs just like that with these massive weight gear. I mean, I'm a fat guy and all that. I struggle just to do normal push-ups and even 10 of them is while I still struggle with this body and all that. But to do them with your thumbs with that training gear and saying that that's even more powerful than what the actual like weighted like gear that they used to have, and not to mention as well like the gravity that they used to do as well when they were training all those down like in the Cell Saga before then. It's like that stuff is kind of insane to see that they're already doing that, and that's like beginners worth of stuff because Beerus can just do that with like no ease like whatsoever. And also as well, cutting right onto them, we're gonna get to see there a giant crash and explosion. Although we do know, Wiz seems to know who these people are like that. This does seem to piss off Beerus very much, actually thinking that it was Goku and Vegeta actually dicking around, and turns out that it was no less than the person we've been wanting to see for a while, Champa and Vados. And we finally get explained who exactly they are. If you haven't read the Dragon Ball Super manga, you shouldn't have known who these guys actually were, but you know they had some sort of relation to Whis and Beerus at some point. The twin brother of Beerus, and also as well the older sister of Whis, Vados. And I gotta say, they really made the entrance. I gotta say, I adore the voice actors, like the two that they got for Vados and Champa as well. I absolutely adore that. And you're probably wondering, where do their names and references from? You can probably guess easily where Champa comes from. Champa coming from champagne. Like, and Vados was a lot more the harder one, but it's a sort of kind of whiskey that you can get, which actually I'm kind of the whiskey man myself, but instead of Vados, that's kind of like stretching it a little bit. That's kind of like with the Detective Conan saying, like all the people from like the black organization have like a name after a drink or something like that. So like you get vodka, and just having them at the dinner table, like, you think they're going to have this really intense talk at Slurs, and then turns out, oh hey, we've got here to exchange foods, like, here comes Champa, like, saying, here's these very rare eggs, and it just turns out, oh, by the way, they're just normal eggs in his universe. And then they come out with a cup of ramen, and they're like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. And when we get the explanation is that he's actually a god of destruction as well, but he is the god of destruction for the 6th universe, while Beerus, the one that we're currently at the moment with our Dragon Ball characters, is the 7th, and in total there is 12 universes altogether, and each one has a little sibling next to one another, and actually each one makes up 13, and that's the one you get to 12. So it would be 1 and 12, they're like pairing universes, you know, 2 and 11, 3 and 10, 4 and 9, 5 and 8, and 6 and 7. Those are the ones that pair together, and all of them make to 13, so if people had a kind of confusing which ones are together, just do that. Just, you know, count them off like that, and that's the easy way to remember them. And honestly, the main thing that he was here for, he was like, oh, I've got a great suggestion, because he's really upset, because it's like, I really want these foods and like that. I want my Earth, and their Earth was actually destroyed by, like, what they called a trifled war. I'm guessing World War III happened, and I think that was a little message right there for you guys. Yeah, don't start World War III because, yeah, the Earth might look like that by the end of it. So the suggestion was that they have a fight, and immediately Beerus just starts laughing because he, like, makes mockery of his way. He's like, do you really think that you're going to beat me? And the two literally have a slight fight. You can see just even by a few punches, not even them going out, that the ground just started, like, crumbling and just tearing away. And it's like, even Vados and Whis had to, like, get involved, saying, okay, you need to stop. Like, we know that gods of destruction are not allowed to fight whatsoever. So it says Champa came up with a suggestion that's like, it's going to be like 5 fighters that from each of our universes face off against each other, and we get this wish, and it's like, whoever wins gets their Earth. And they're like, well, how's that going to happen? Like, how are we going to switch this around? It's like, well, it's pretty much very simple from the fact like that, because in the universe 6, they have something known as Super Dragon Balls, which are planet-sized Dragon Balls. It's hard to believe Champa has already found 6 of these monsters, and he's like, by finding 7, he's able to use these Super Dragon Balls to make wishes that are even stronger than our regular Dragon Balls. We have limitations on our Universe 7 Dragon Balls, but with Universe 6 ones, since they are so powerful and they're like one of the most like original ones out of all the Dragon Balls, like you can do stuff like that where you can actually loot a planet expand it to another, like, actual universe itself. This is how strong, like, you can revive an entire, like, make another universe out of it. Like, the things are endless with these things, like, what exactly you can do. It's like, they could be very dangerous. It sounds like even just using them once, you could actually make universes just disappear like that. So, definitely, I'm kind of concerned Champa having this, because, you know, what happens if things don't go right in this universe, like, at all? What if he actually tries to use these ones and summons more stronger warriors on god level, or he actually annihilates some of the universe? It's like, that's the kind of thing interesting about Universe 6 Saga, that it could go a very different way where it's going. Like, the tournament still sounds exciting enough as it is, but it could go even more crazy if it, like, decides to go any further, like, in that direction. And honestly, it had a great blend of comedy. The art and animation was actually good and all that. That was nice. And there was a nice even change to the opening itself. It wasn't too much to actual change, but it was nice to see that, like, Goku and Vegeta had, like, the limelight right at the end of the opening, where you got to see both of them going in Super Saiyan God Blue. That was really cool. I did enjoy that. And honestly, I'm looking forward to this, like, arc as well. Like, everyone's been waiting for this one for ages, like, ever since it started. And it's like, say what you want to say about, you know, like, everything that, you know, with Battle of the Gods Saga and also the Resurrection F, you know, I enjoy the movies more than I do with that. But I'm really hoping that this is going to be a real big step up than what we got from the other movies. Like, there is no excuse right now. Even Toriyama himself has said how disappointed he's been in the anime for Dragon Ball Super with its animation. So it's like, there are no excuses for all the, like, the Dragon Tars that have been defending Dragon Ball Super, even when Toriyama himself, the man that you adore and love, comes out and gives it the slaughter. Like that. Now they have to state their game that they know what they got to do, and they got to do it real good, and they have to execute it perfectly for this next arc. Overall, a lot of expectation, a lot of hype, a lot of enjoyment in this episode, and what a great way to set up this one. And also as well with Champa as well, like, just Champa and Vardas coming in straight up, just entertaining, really fun, make a great addition to the Dragon Ball cast that we've already got, and already filling in two of those spots that we got for the 5 items. We know that Goku and Vegeta are going to be participating, but the question is, to you guys that haven't seen the Dragon Ball Super manga, who's going to be those other 3 slots and all that? That'll be an interesting question itself, but that's all from me, so thank you so much for watching. As always, I'm also going to give this one like a 9. I thought this was a really great episode. I had so much fun with this. Start to finish, I was either laughing or I was having a great, like, just time with it. It was just honestly really enjoyable. But that's all from me, so I will catch you guys and you Dragon Ball fans next time. Take me out!